Well, lawmakers who think that you have to raise taxes to balance budgets might want to take a look at the state of Virginia. The Commonwealth's Republican governor proposing a budget that beefs up Virginia's pension system with no new taxes. There are some fees that come into place, but there will be a lot of money left over if all of this goes through the way that Governor Bob McDonnell would like it to. And we're going to talk about that, and he joins us now. Governor, welcome. Good to see you today.
Hey, Martha. Merry Christmas. Thanks
Merry
for having me on.
Christmas to you. It's great to have you on. So if this goes through, this is a two-year budget that would go through 2014. And if it goes through and passes in your House and Senate, you're going to have a surplus in your budget of $31.4 million. Is that correct?
Right, but that's a small part. We've done a lot of other things to beef up liquidity. We're doubling the size of our rainy day fund from $300 to $600 million. We're tucking away about $50 million for the anticipated and necessary cuts at the federal level, and a number of other things that put us in a better cash position. I mean, we don't need to be spending all the money. We need to reserve it in these uncertain times. But we're still, we're making tough choices, Martha, and that's the key to governing right now, is moving things from lower priority to higher priority. For us, it's fixing our pension system, fixing transportation maintenance, and getting our college tuitions down. I mean, that's what we're doing in the budget, but still leaving money left over, and I think that's the right approach.
Let's talk about that a little bit. You got cuts in Medicaid and K through 12 for education, and that money goes to pension reform, higher education, and transportation. So, what about the folks that don't want to see any cuts to education and to medical care for the poor?
Well, Martha, that's the misnomer. They're not cuts. That's Washington speak. These are reductions and increases, and I know people on the left call those cuts. We're just managing the expectations a little bit better. We're reducing some of the old formulaic presuppositions about how you fund these things, and we're reducing the rates of increase and making people more accountable and transparent, managing the money better, and then putting it into things where we can drive down tuition and drive down pension fund liabilities in the future.
Gotcha.
That's not really a cut per se. We're just managing the money better.
All right, so tell me about this. $22 million in DMV fees that will be added, is that right? And restaurant inspections and increased employer payments to the unemployment compensation. Now, that might have some small business owners kind of raising their eyebrows. What, I've got to pay more for all those things?
Well, they're small in light of an $84 billion budget. These are fairly small. Our DMV is solely funded by what we call non-general fund. It's solely funded by fees, and we've been so successful the last couple of years in incentivizing people to go online and get a discount, and having an 8-year license instead of a 5-year license for essentially the same price. We've really decreased the amount of money going into DMV. All these do is get us back to the status quo, and that's why we're doing it.
All right. Well, all of this has gotten a lot of attention for you in the state of Virginia, and they're talking possible vice presidential nomination for you. Would you take that? Would you accept that? Would you be on somebody's ticket?
Hey, I got the job held by Patrick Henry and Thomas Jefferson, being governor of Virginia. There's no better deal than that. But look, we've got our country that's broke and has no plan for jobs and energy, and we're in a little bit of trouble. So as chairman of the RGA right now, I'm going to do everything I can to help get more governors elected and so forth. But, right now we don't even have a nominee, Martha, so it's a long way from deciding who's going to be VP. So I'm focused on making Virginia better. We'll see what happens down the road.
All right, so you're leaving the door a little bit open there, it sounds like, Governor McDonnell, as I know you have. So we thank you for being here, and we'll see where that goes. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Good to see you.
Okay, Merry Christmas.
Take care.
It's going to be a big, important state in 2020.
It sure is.